is up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C, and welcome to the Tasha C Show podcast of another many additional bonus podcast episodes, which I'll get into why it's the pop bonus podcast in a minute, to let the newcomers in the future that possibly may listen to this podcast, the reason why is another bonus podcast. Okay, and I just want to say real quick, also, if you are listening / watching the video on YouTube, which is under my tashactv channel, it is day 80, it should be day 87 of my 365 video journey. And let me go real quick as usual, which is my journey is start October 8th of 2019 on my birthday. And I'm planning on it ending exactly the last episode of this Lemon 1 Year series on October 8th of this year, 2020. So, also the reason why I am I'm doing this bonus podcast, what it's called, is I just decided to do just a journey and a limited series where there's one video per day. It can be just random anything, which, like I said, is not a specific topic. It can be a podcast, a video every day you want to show your face, or talk to Max and whatever. So that's pretty much what it is. It's just something I wanted to try out, help me get consistency and stuff. So yeah. So most of the time you'll find more podcasts as far as right now than you will seeing my face on YouTube. But shout out to my YouTube fan and my podcast fan. And if together you're about to pull both, you can go right ahead and favor both of them and follow me on both of them. Thank you. I appreciate the love support I've gotten so far. Hugs and loves, and the hug and the support I will get in the future. Thank you to newcomers. And so forth. So, by the way, y'all, if y'all also do not know, since if I'm speaking to people new, I just want to make sure and let y'all know in advance that I'm using the speaker platform, which is one of the main places that I actually distribute and use my podcast, distribute my podcast. So I use the equipment to record to make these lovely, these lovely podcasts. So, and this just happened. Goodness, I was just getting into that. If y'all hear that clicking, that actually is this here. Since I'm using the app, sometimes I get notifications. Sometimes I get, clicks such as that you probably just heard 6 seconds ago, where it's notifications, like I said, mail, notifications from YouTube, stuff like that. Sometimes, I don't know too much, maybe sometimes from the, Instagram and so forth. So what it is that it's coming from my side, from the recording studio. So sometimes y'all will hear that. So just to let y'all know, if you're on the horoscopes, who's Susan Miller, that I've been following for years and gets good, accurate horoscopes, and and she gives you a lot of good stuff and for free. So imagine what the premium stuff is like. But she just wanted to let us know 227, but I know it's New York time. She just finished all the signs, including the deer one for Pisces. It is, oh, okay, I forgot. They ain't no East Coast, even though Midwest, I guess, yeah. It's 2:30 a.m. over there, so it's about to be 2:29 a.m., January 2nd, 2020. Oh, it's so weird you saying that. I mean, be weird saying that because, I had to remember saying, starting once it was 2000, 2008, 2000, but it's 2020, Anyway, it's cool what she said. It is 2:30 a.m. in NYC. I will get sleep early and write her note for Susan Miller. She has such big news. Do a post tomorrow. She'll tell you when that will be. And I don't know if y'all can hear that, but I'm not in that room at the moment in the front. I'm in my room at the moment, taking a chance and going to do this podcast. So yeah, that's what Susan Miller notes. So look to later on today or January the 3rd, whatever, that she will give horoscope. Let's just say it will definitely be here before Rihanna's new album, if it ever comes out. I'm not putting any shit. I'm just saying, y'all. Anyway, y'all, I just, again, we're just, on the ramming, and I decided, since I'm still up, I wanted to go ahead and get back on my schedule if I can to pre-record my videos and then upload it where, I'm not doing them almost, I'm not going to say at the last minute, because I purposely did the video that I did instead of doing a podcast on New Year's Eve with my nephew to bring the new year. And we purposely waited a certain time, but when my Freddie nephew didn't come and change his plans, my Freddie great nephew, I talked about Colonel on my last podcast and a couple too. It's just we were just like, let's just go ahead. So we did that, and so I did mine for New Year's Day yesterday. It was time like 10 o'clock p.m. So, like I said, I'm just going to talk random. But first, I want to tell about y'all is we all know about how, you have these internet scams, if you heard about phishing sites, but really pretty much what I gather is sometimes they mimic and look like regular sites, but it's really something to ploy to get your information and stuff like that. For example, this actually happened to me, I think a year later after I joined Facebook, and I think it was like in summer 2009, and Facebook had sent me an email, the official email, because here I am actually thinking it's the real Facebook. You go in, you log in, it's the same people, you follow everything else, and they said it was a phishing site, so I had to change my password and all this other stuff. And so, what the heck? Okay, so it sounded like, I know they say damn shot shooting. I was wondering what the heck that sounded like. Okay. But anyways, what I wanted to say is that it was this past Saturday night, I got an email notification, and it didn't have even a logo, Amazon, anything, or that doesn't mean that it can't be fake, even if they have logos and certain information, say from legit websites and companies, right? So, anyways, I had gotten this thing talking about look into the site, look into this, you have to change this information and your account, we locked your account or something. So it asks you to click on this attachment. And inside the attachment, which is very small as hell, it's not even the full screen of the cell phone's mobile phone screen, which I was looking from, right? And they're all talking about, we lock your account and you need to click on this link inside this PDF document, y'all, that I'm supposed to click in to give my information because they locked, my account from after some recent purchases, which is interesting because I was just like, what the hell, are they talking about, and lock my account? And they needed me, y'all, to, like I said, type in my information and clicked on this link and give my address and give this information again, because it'll stay locked or whatever, right? And of course, I'm sitting here like, what? Better yet, y'all, you're going to hear a little click. I think I'm going to go into it because I forgot to mention this the other day because I was going to bring it up about, how, like I said, running into these sites where these fake fights, just like how you know about these scams sometimes where they'll have numbers they'll call now, they'll keep calling from all these several damn different numbers, and then they gotta sit there and call you from this number, and sometimes the cell phone numbers or whatever number, not trying to say, of course, cell phone number they'll call from is similar to yours or has an area code, just all this spam. Well, I can't even get into it because it seems like the Yahoo app, if it don't, I can't get into, I'll probably talk about another day. But yeah, so of course I went ahead because and then it says it doesn't even say from Amazon it came from, right? I do remember saying customer@support.com. It didn't say anything like it came from Amazon. It didn't even, y'all, they even do the attempt. They're just as bad as those people, y'all, when you get in spam, and I don't know if people still get them. You know how you get the ones sometimes, my name is, let me make a name, Zarera, and my family left me about 13 million pounds or whatever money, and I want to share you with you, but you need to give me your information, like name, home number, your firstborn, your what you gonna name your child, your blood type, a hair sample, hair follicle, used underwear, all this other stuff. Okay, so and send it to me and just send this information, and so. It's the same as that. When they sent this letter, it wasn't even they even tried to attempt to say it's from Amazon. They just thought it was unique just because they can make a PDF document. But, actually with certain software, you can even sometimes do it for free. It is not that damn hard to make a PDF document. Shoot. Actually, I was able to convert a book that I had on this phone into a PDF document inside a mobile app Okay, so they thinking like just because you used and converted over and made it to a PDF document and it's a hyperlink in there, that I will go in there and pretty much be like, oh, okay, let me get this damn information or whatever, right? So I went to Google, of course, this stuff, and like Amazon fake or spam, something like that, and there actually is a department that is dedicated to shit like this. Okay, where they're sitting up here, and I, forward, and you actually can forward the email, and, you just send it to their email, Amazon's real department on their website and stuff. Sorry, y'all, that's Susan Bill. Sometimes, okay, if you're reading my Western cell phone, it's best to get my app. There is one for Android. It's far more secure to read an app on the go online. It's easy on the eyes. In fact, here's the link, and it's free. Yeah, like I said, if you don't already have, it's called Astrology Zone. And you go to Android, and I think they got it for iPhone too as well. So, it's actually easier because you can look not only your date, you can look at a miniature daily one, unless you want to get the premium one, which is $4.99. I'm doing a free advertisement for it, but yeah, but she gives a lot of nice stuff for free, So you can also get it premium for $5.99 or get it for free. You get like a mini daily one, and you can see your monthly one. The month before and the current month once it gets loaded up. So I'm just saying. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So they were like, I'll probably get another personal email to Amazon, send like an automatic reply, and we're just like, hey, thanks for the heads up, stuff like this. This is obviously 9 times out of 10. This is not something usually they send, whatever. So yeah, and I haven't got any more of that fake Amazon account. But yeah, y'all, that just was hilarious to be, y'all. That was just like wanting to spend my guy like last month, and they sent it. And it was, I think, because it was a data breach, and I don't know, it was a site, like, I think my name, I made, like, just the email account, but I think one of my sisters and my mom, like, ordered something, and it was, like, a data breach, whatever, so they took, actually, the password from there, and y'all, they was threatening me, which, I mean, I know I be using YouTube as far as, YouTube as far as using, to show my face, but they were saying threatening, and I'm not going to go to threatening some video that I did not even produce, okay? Threatening like, we seen what you did, all caps, y'all. They would threaten. They would shout me in the damn letters. If we got you on camera and you doing this, blank, explicit, blank, blank, blank. And I'm like, that's hilarious, because, shoot, at least they gonna threaten you. At least it be something that your ass did. All I do is talk. I haven't even mukbanged on the damn, if y'all know what mukbang is, like, eating on camera. I think that's just with food, right? You don't just be drinking drinks on camera, nothing like that. Sorry, that's something for no occasion. Sometimes it's never good to read what's on that. Okay, use it. Oh, yeah, so she's, like I said, go to her app. So that was that's the fourth one. But sometimes it's the middle, sometimes sends, like, more than one of the, it's like almost like an accidental auto resend, sometimes up to 2-3 times, so sometimes they're tweets. So yeah, okay, but anyway, y'all, so here they are with threatening, and that's where I looked at, Google thing, is that was around the time it was some data breach, so they go, we got your password, if not, you better sit here and buy this, or some type of thing, or we're going to put your stuff on the dark web, and all this other stuff. I'm just like, dark web, whatever, explicit, and that's why I'm like, this is how you know it's some BS, because they're at least going to threaten somebody with material. It has to be material that actually, that happened, that you did on camera. And they're saying, like, the webcam will spy on you, which is hilarious, because, here's the thing. I have a detachable webcam. I mean, there's one on a laptop, but when I go to sleep, my webcam is off. It is not only off, meaning that the laptop is completely closed, and I detached the webcam that I've been using for several months off my my thing. So that's what I'm saying. And what they're saying I'm doing, supposedly, or whoever may fall for a victim who may be actually doing that stuff, or webcam material, I'll just say, on the camera, like I said, I don't have it attached to my computer. And so I take it off, and the only time I was at, like, even the back room was, the one I did an hour ago, like the last year, literally was last year, like 1 or 2 weeks ago. And I did almost I was going to say a whole year, sorry y'all, it was almost 3 o'clock in the morning, a whole hour of just being on the live stream, just talk about different stuff. So what I'm saying is that, and that was my first time using it in the back room on the computer. So like I said, I take the webcam off, and that's the only webcam that's on there is that. So unless it can somehow watch me go to sleep, or watch TV, or watch my YouTube and stuff like that. Now that's the stuff they will be recording. It sure won't recording. I'll be like, well, how they gonna threaten me for something my ass don't do in the first place on camera? Or haven't done, like split. Anyway, I'm not talking about film. I'm talking about the material that the adult activities they were saying I was doing in the camera. Okay? No. But anyways, I spent about damn near about 17 minutes talking about, ranting about, like, the scams. Yeah. So, anyway, that was hilarious. Okay. But anyways, what I wanted to also talk about real quick before I get to like I said, another random ass topic. Now, as soon as I got off here, y'all, I seen with Tea with Jen, another site that sometimes, occasionally, I, look at, for not just also entertainment, but just like current news sometimes, just what's going on. And again, here we go. I got a point now that I'm just going to wash my hands unless they have like legitimate information. And, because, some people say in the comments, some people just saying their opinions as well, or stuff that may be not true, or he say, she say as well, right? So what we do see, like, somebody is filming, and it looks like the couple, and you can only see the side of their face. You can't really see the lady face because she's kind of on the on the right side of, it turns out. So the guy she was talking about who in the video, and the guy kept asking, obviously was her boyfriend. And just all they doing is talking, because some people like, I'm confused, I thought he was arrested, how the dude was released. So it could be a thing, because whatever's going on, because it turns out that looks like a woman, and I don't know what's going on. So I ain't about to sit here and just make allegations, but at the same time, she might have not just not reported, but they are confronted about something, but you don't really know what they're saying, because just over to here, yeah, blah, 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 but it's not legitimate. You don't understand who's saying what. And then eventually the police come, but I think they just tell them to break it up. It's not like they're telling the guy to, move again. But I also want to bring this up, y'all. If he was really trying to help this woman, or whatever the hell was going on, when she confronted her about that guy, the one who got me, and walked back in, and he stood there, and then he just had walked away. And it's just like, hey, because somebody accusing me and I'm helping, as opposed to, well, I'm just rather trying to pick up somebody. I would have been like trying to be like, oh, hell no, that bitch on some stuff. I try to help her, but it's just like I said, it's BS. And I mean, it could be possibly, that, some people saying, because, it could be either the people or the couple, they could be homeless, to try to say allegedly they might be on drugs. Well, it just is erratic stuff. Then you hear like some couples that I read, they were saying that the guy's son, the one who's possibly, who 9 times 10 I feel is the predator, has some, mental or drug addiction. But even if he has, like I said, it appeared in that video, the other video that a lot of people didn't put out, where, like I said, I forgot, because I watched the video again, or my son, the rappers, I hope I'm saying his name right, because he was one of the first people who had the video where he was talking to somebody, and like he was talking about the girl's name, but the has been an angel because she was beautiful or pretty, or something like that. But I couldn't look at the regular face. I'll do my best paraphrasing, because that's how erratic the video is. Face, and I had to look her, because I can't look at her like directly face, so I had to put my he had to put his hands kind of like cover his face, because she was so beautiful, but she was underage, and then he somebody put on, like, something got me wrong here, because he got a unicorn tattoo, and it was Laura. I don't know if that's significant or anything. He has a unicorn tattoo. Was erratic, but like I said, he was very erratic in the in the video. And there's allegedly that he might have some type of addiction himself. And, even if he has mental illness issues, which we know is something where he just mainly just trying to pick up somebody, and the way he picked up somebody was almost in a way like, it's like I said, I don't know if all it was doing something, if he was trying to attack it. Like I said, I wipe my hands with a story and if it comes out, more comes out, then I may talk about it. But right by now, as a lot of people, it's just getting more confusing about what the stuff is, or but he still is creepy as hell, and is in this a pervert predator, because like I said, it will explain, like, also in the same video, it's, oh my gosh, my pants. So he has his pants down while he's talking about some younger people, and you can tell his behavior is very erratic. And like I said, with some people, whether they have mental illness before or after, say, if they do deal with certain, like they would call chemical addictions, such as using like heroin, Molly, that's chemical. The survivors, like, process addictions would be like examples of like shop addictions or gambling. Okay, I think I still remember that. So, but what I'm saying is, whether he has mental health conditions prior to using stuff and maybe self-medicating or something like that, or if it's mental health conditions that may be what I would call, quote, quote, parentheses, mimicking or happening because of the side effects of using, drugs. And I'm not talking about weed. I'm talking about beyond that, okay? Weed or alcohol, even though sometimes it can be dangerous if you order alcohol. And there are very, very rare cases that some people cannot take. There's no notification, take actually, even smoking weed either. So, but at the same time, what I'm saying is that does not mean that does not make him coward. Because I've seen a couple people in the comments was like, well, he does have mental health issues. Yeah, it's clearly there is something wrong, okay? But at the same time, it doesn't make it accountable. And some people, can have mental illnesses and be able to manipulate. And sometimes use always on mental illness. Oh, I didn't know I was doing. Oh, I blacked out. Oh, I was trying to help the person. I mean, there's some cases like that too. So that doesn't mean, even, of course, there's several cases people sometimes don't know, like what they're doing, during, if they're having, say, a blackout or certain conditions, and or using a drug or other drugs, or huffing or whatever else. But that does not mean that because there are people black out and a lot of stuff they wouldn't do if they weren't under the influence of certain stuff. So under influence of, like, quote unquote drugs and stuff. Okay. Or we're not even talking about that, because sometimes you have to be careful, even in terms of what some of these doctors give you. And some people, unfortunately, they go in, they got a bad back, and and then next minute, they get addicted to sometimes paying prescription medication. So what I'm saying is that still doesn't mean that's supposed to be like like get him off the hook just because, or not make him have accountability, because apparently there is some predator pedophile vibes by him, vibes, I meant to say, based on his behavior. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it as that. And like I said, they're saying, like, his son also is saying, because they said him in the video when he was released, and he was trying to quote unquote explain himself about what supposedly happened, and he, they were saying, like, your son don't want even to talk to you. So I'm just gonna leave it as that, because I don't know if he was also released. And then I'm surprised he just felt confident about being out like that, because there are some people that still, just like, they gave him street justice, that one day somebody else might sit there, especially if they watch, but you don't know, you know what I mean? And we don't know if it's repeated behavior, or something. I don't know. I'm just giving y'all the update, but I don't want to, just keep being stuck on that. But anyway, that was random. Now, let me talk about something, because I was first going to talk about the Proud family, and I think it's kind of awkward talking about a possible, talking about a predator slash, type of, violator. I'm just going to say it like that. Person that violates. I don't want to, like, jump for that and then talk about a damn cartoon. And the cartoon is kind of made for the family, not more so like for adults or nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, besides that, y'all, let me see if there's anything else screenshotted that I, forgot. Because like I said, that was just on fire. Baba, like I said, he be having some lit-ass favorite list. That was the last thing I had. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that this is interesting, y'all. Now, I definitely would talk about this, but I don't know if I'm going to make it like a mini YouTube series, like piercings, piercings and tattoos. I was going to do something around that. I always had thought about it for years, but the only reason why I have not honestly done this yet, and here's the reason why. Well, due to the fact, and two, once I get, my bags together, and they will start producing more bags, get some, coin. I want bags, not coins. Coins add up too, but you know what I mean. I wanted to get, 2 more cover-ups of my tattoos and get additional, which will be 8. Even though I have 7, I want 2 other cover-ups. So I wanted to kind of talk about why I've said, but why I want to change it. But what I'm saying, I also wanted to do it at the time where I already have at least the other 2 cover-ups, tats, and then my other one, and then do the series like that. Just like I made a series and tag whoever wants to do it. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is I follow also Links Always Right on Instagram, and this was an interesting thing, because I was thinking about getting this because I just deal with the face and up with tats. No, not tats. Oh Lord, I ain't get no face tattoos. I ain't trying to come with people who do have them, but I'm talking about as far as piercing. So I just deal with the ears and stuff like that, and that's another story. That was over damn near almost like 20 years ago when I did the tongue piercing thing. That was temporarily, and like I said, that will be part of my when I finally able to do it. My series to talk about it. So and this was somebody said. I never heard about. I wanted to get it for fashion because I used to have a rook. You look on the ear. I used to have my rook. I used to have 4 piercings around my ear by the time I was like 19, 20 years old. And what happened was I ended up getting that. Like I said, I wouldn't want to go into this story because I wanted to say for the tattoos and piercing story, piercings little series I'm going to talk about. But make a long story short, I ended up having my sister to use the pliers to take them out because I didn't think like I could keep them once I had the surgeries. Because when I had the surgery in 2010, you're going to have to take that out. And I think they ended up putting tape on the other one because I couldn't take the other one out. I think I did. I don't know. It was so much happened then. But the earrings I was able to take out because they were little hoops, but the clip on there to take out. So I just didn't want to deal with the possibility of having to take them out. So I had the rook, the tragus, and the rook and the tragus. Trigus, where I know I'm part of it mispronouncing it wrong, and just taken out, and I also have on both sides taken out because I didn't know if they were going to give me problems when I had that done. And when I had my gallberry removed, they just said we just put tape on because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to take my earrings out of my ear because I had the 4 helix pierced. But the earring healed itself out. So the way it healed itself and moved the earring the earring hoop that was there when they pierced it out of my ear, it really hanging and just knocked itself out and just healed itself and pushed the earring out of that little part that was pierced. So I was thinking about get the rook. I still got my triggers and I got the anti-triggers, which is across from it triggers. I don't know if I'm saying correctly. And the snug, which is a thick part of the ear, also pierced. And that's, I got double piercings, on the earlobe part. So I was thinking about getting the rook, which I originally had anyway, pierced again, and get my triggers on my left side. So I just have 2 earrings there, but I had, it's ended up closing up on the triggers on the side. So, but it was interesting because, like I said, I'm thinking about getting this one because it's right under the rook part piercing, which is called the daith. I hope I'm saying daith. I'll say daith, y'all. And this is what this woman said to show. Like, I didn't know it was supposedly, allegedly. I was trying to get it for fashion purposes, but I didn't know that there's a possibility that there's some healing with the piercing. But who knows? But this is what I've seen going down the timeline. Yesterday, I got my daith piercing to prevent migraines. I told some of you I was getting it, and I wanted you to know I did, and so far so good. I went in with a mild migraine, crying to a dramatic height. As soon as he pierced my ear, it felt like a balloon deflating in my head. Sweet relief. Today was the first day in months I woke up to no headache. Hashtag classes 13 tattoos updates now on needlessjourney.com. Yeah, so I mean it's cute one, but I don't know. I mean, like I said, I wanted to get it for fashion purposes, and I just I don't know. Like I said, it may, some people say it's maybe not healing, but that's my first time hearing about healing. And then, some people comment said, like, some people when they do the acupuncture, as far as, removal pain, they use in that area. But of course, go to professional, y'all. Don't be going to nobody's houses, like experimenting. Go to somebody professional how to do it, unless and they licensed professional, and they and they do it outside of the place. Make sure everything's stern clean. That's all I gotta say. Okay. And before I get my last story, since I'm in my caps, let me make sure I got enough time, because I didn't know I was going to talk this much. Okay, how much time? Let me look at the thing. Okay, I got about such amount of time. So before I go into this. Okay. But it was sad, bittersweet. I haven't looked at the episode yet. I haven't looked at Black King Chicago, considering I was trying to still review it. But I have to actually work on the shows, and actually review them. And it was sad because I've been following Charmaine TV for the last couple of months, actually since right before the show started premiering. And it's sad because she had a picture of Mom, and this is the last time she was on the show, because if y'all didn't know Charmaine from Chicago, Black King Chicago, her mother, God rest her soul, has passed away like a month and a half or something ago, right before she actually announced it to the world that she is, expecting her first child with her husband, Neek. And it's just so sad, like, I'm not looking forward to seeing that episode because of knowing that because I remember seeing the episode when she told Charmaine, I forgot what condition that she had, and how it was a serious condition, and that's how they didn't get the matching tattoos, the 3 butterflies, well, I think 4 had actually, did it for her, and Charmaine and her mother. Oh, and this is so sad. And this is what she was saying in her caption. Catching my mom right now on Black Ink Shy has me heartbroken, because this is the last time I will see her alive on the show. I'm so grateful for the experience of being able to have these moments with my mom on TV. So cool when you think about it. She was always so happy and always taught me to stay humble. She made me who I am, my number one girl forever. Tune in to Black Ink Crew now. And the first comment that pops up is Ryan hearing tattoo. Ryan, and his emojis, I mean, he just it's like, I don't know, it's the pray hands, but it's also ended with, not the praise hands with the hands together, but he has his hands up. The little hands that they're right with the thumbs are touching each other like 5 times, and then it's a sad tear emoji, and then she has love you, and then she was like the cry emoji, not with the tear, but it's flooding tears. This is the last time y'all see us beefing on God, and they have been seem like they're doing press conferences and stuff together, and it's just bitter. It's just really sad, but just condolences to Charmaine and her family. And, okay, other than that, let me get on the last thing, y'all. I had thought about the Proud family, because I seen, but I didn't, like I said, a lot of my stuff sometimes I do get from the gram, but somebody was saying something about, the Proud family, they're supposed to come back a bit Disney Plus, okay? And I used to watch Proud Family. I didn't know it was only 2 seasons. I used to actually watch Proud Family. And one of my favorite characters was actually Bobby Proud. And I didn't know. I just knew he was the uncle that sat there and, looked like, he was always dressed up like, it was a bit off of him style. I'll leave it as that. But I mean, he always and got the microphone. that was always took me out, which is the uncle. And then they be roasting the way they be talking about, the Proud family. You got Sugar Mama. She in love with a guy who talks another language, and he always be dissing her and shit in the different language and every damn thing else. And so, what happened? What happened was I heard they post, somebody said in the comments of that same Instagram post that they're supposed to start February rebooting. So I don't know if they're gonna have the same people who voiced them over, or are they gonna have, was it Solange or was it Destiny Child? Who was it that sang the theme song? Is it gonna be still kind of upbeat, or how it's gonna change? They better make sure if they're gonna do a reboot, because like I said, I already complained about a couple of these damn reboots, especially these kids ones and stuff like that. Okay, don't get mad at me. Okay, that's just my opinion. But anyway, I'm like, they better make sure to bring Bobby Pryor, because that was my favorite character, y'all. He better have the microphone just singing, bitch. Because I didn't know until I Googled, because somebody said, like, y'all know that Cedric Entertainer for me. And they said, yeah. It turns out Cedric Entertainer is the one that is singing and who does the voice for Bobby Pryor. I know everybody else, but I never knew who the voice was. I just know he cracked me the hell up, okay? And it turns out in the movie Arsenio Hall voices him. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. This is, like I said, I have no words for that. And so they're bringing it back. So how y'all feel about the possibilities for how Family come back? Like I said, I'll take a look and just piss out what goes. Like I said, I tried with DuckTales just to see, because I don't care if I was grown as hell. Some of the stuff I liked, it was like I was older, but I still liked it. I ain't gotta lie that, when Barney came out, I was a kid, but bigger. I wasn't sitting here like, oh no, to drive or nothing, but that, and what else? But like I said, I was a grown ass adult with the DuckTales. DuckTales reboot just came on not too long ago, and it was not, like I said, colorful or any damn thing or nothing. But it was really like on something else. I was like, this seemed kind of more on the darker side. Not like no Garth stuff and no Haunted Houses, but I'm like, even their theme song was like, what the hell is this? So hopefully they do this cartoon justice, okay? Yeah. Before I go, I also have one more TV series reboot suggestion that I thought about the series, but then I thought about it. I don't think they will pretty much make this into just the real reality. This just won't work out. Okay, do y'all remember the show called Perfect Strangers? I used to more so watch the series. Had a little catchy theme song. They had, My Life, My Dreams, Nothing Got So. It was kind of like inspiring, kind of bouncing song. And this is the best I'm going to give y'all of what I interpreted the damn show as a kid. Cause I think it came on because they would already have like it syndicated, and they tried it. Remember y'all that epic fail? Look Who's Talking Now, the TV series. I think it damn near didn't last only 7 episodes, and they got rid of that. Just like This Is Where I Live, which it could have actually lasted longer. But anyway, here we go. There you have this cousin who I think was a shepherd or something. I don't know what the heck he was. And he ends up staying with his distant cousin in the city. I didn't know, like I said, it came out when I was a kid. But in real life, he didn't really know this cousin. And he ended up staying with him. They ended up getting these 2 girlfriends. Of course, the one that from out of the country. He gets the one that's a little bit the sweetheart, but she a little bit, bubbly, or I don't know what they're trying to say. She was a little bimbo-ish. And then you got the other one that got the smart one. But both of them are blondes. They ain't even got one brunette or nothing. Nobody with dark hair, not even, just nothing. Not even a redhead, nothing. Just both of them are blondes. I don't know if they were cousins or sisters. I don't know who they were, but both of them coincidence were blonde-haired women, okay? I just thought about that. So the fact that his cousin, who was from distance, he did know some English, but you could tell, English was his first language, so he had a, deep accent, and And I just thought about that show for a reason. Like, can you see Perfect Strangers? Like I said, I forgot what the cousin, he was like in corporate, got, wanted probably office job or something like that. And like I said, you have this cousin who says this is cousin, but he ends up living with somebody. And I guess that goes the title, Perfect Strangers, right? Because it's like they don't really know each other, but you're going to let him from the other side of the world, whatever, come stay with your ass, and you do not know him. So in real life, considering probably the immigrant and the process nowadays and everything, how would somebody, unless they're on a school visa or something like that, and I don't know, you can do that, you had to stay on campus and stuff, and you had to go back home during the holidays and stuff, whatever, when the school's not out, you're not semester. The only reason I know that because when I was going, to the last university I was going to, they had, students that came from China. One student, I had one class, I don't think I had one class with either, but like, in workshops and stuff like that they'll come from China or some areas, like an international program, and then during the breaks and when school, they'll go back home. So they only specifically was there and then on campus when they were going to school. And it was one girl that was actually from Paris. She was a black girl from Paris. She was a black young lady from Paris, and she came to school here, to be in the main studies program. That was really neat. I think y'all was one or two classes on campus, because like I said, half of the classes were mostly online. Actually, half of the degree was. But yeah, y'all, so in real life, hell no, because for one thing, Perfect Strange wouldn't even work even if the people lived in two different cities in the same state. Okay, like even if it's 20 minutes away. You know why? Because who in the hell would be comfortable with somebody you don't know? Or even if you do know them, that does not automatically mean that y'all supposed to be staying with each other and y'all become roommates and every damn thing, and there we go, happy lucky, and then y'all both, get in a community relationship with these bros, whatever, and you got to say nothing's gonna stop me now. That's good, whatever, but it's just, the fact is, and they always like, I'm not gonna say headbutt, but you got the free luck, go free, I'm not gonna say like free spirited, but I think his name was Balky or something. The cousin that was from, the other country. And he's like, hey, happy this, goat cheese or stuff. And you got the other one that's like, I'm in my pigment, I'm doing like this. I'm going to go vegan for a week. That type of person. He wasn't saying like that, but just saying the differences and clashes. So I'm just like, how the hell would that work out? Why the hell that work out? And who arranged it? I don't know. I wasn't in a show like that, but I just thought about it the other day, like, after I did like possible reboots that could work or could not work. Yeah, just like I thought about like why Silver Spoon could work is if they make the damn stuff like some damn the child is rich as hell and he on Instagram. And even then, I don't know, it just would be too many problems. That don't need to be motivated, because we ain't trying to teach people like do stuff for clout. Okay. So, anyways, y'all, hugs and loves, everybody. I'm about to get out of here. That's code for, listen to some YouTube videos and go to sleep. And, I hope y'all enjoyed my podcast. Hugs and love, God bless. And I will see y'all on the next podcast. And enjoy, y'all, don't it feel like a Sunday? It's Thursday today and it feels like actually a Sunday. But, okay, whatever. Let me get out of here.